Wishing you a very happy and a vibrant day. Myself, Sushmita Sahu, going to take lesson 9 of class 8 NCRT, sexual reproduction. When we say sexual reproduction, we all are supposed to know that there are two types of reproduction, sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction. And when we say sexual reproduction, it involves male and female reproductive parts. And the males and females have different reproductive parts or organs. You might have seen that in sexual reproduction also, you might have seen some animals where the babies are born and some animals where the eggs, where they lay eggs, and from the eggs the babies are born. So this again comes to your my very same question, or my very same saying that you need to be observant about this. So if you like my video, kindly subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon. Let's start with sexual reproduction of class 8. In sexual reproduction, male and female have different reproductive organs, and the gametes produced by the male or by the female gamete fuses to form a zygote, and from the zygote a new individual is developed. This type of reproduction, beginning from a fusion of male and female gametes, is called sexual reproduction. So when we have to understand the sexual reproduction, we need to understand the female reproductive part and the male reproductive part. So today we are going to study sexual reproduction in human beings. So let's understand the male reproductive part. So with diagrams I am going to explain you. So here we see the male reproductive part. The testes produce the male gametes called sperms. Millions of sperms are produced by the testes. Those sperms are very small in size. Each has a head and a middle piece and a tail. And it appears like a single cell. And it not only appears like a single cell, but it is a single cell. So the male reproductive organs have testes. Here are the testes, and through the sperm duct, the sperms are produced and they are ejected through the penis. And how are the sperms? The sperms look like this. They are very small and they are single cell structure. They have a head, they have a middle portion, and then they have the tail. That is, they have the capacity to move. So I'm sure you might have understood the male reproductive organ of a human being. Now next, again I have it's the same diagram, elaborated diagram of male reproductive system. Now next we have, here I have given you a comparative chart of female and male. So in female reproductive organ are a pair of ovaries. Here you can see the ovaries. There are a pair of ovaries. Oviduct, here we can see the oviduct, or the oviduct is also known as fallopian tube, and the uterus. So I'm sure you might be clear, the pair of ovaries, oviduct or the fallopian tube, and the uterus. So this is the major structure of a female reproductive part. Now next is the female gamete is called ova. In human beings, a single matured cell is released into the oviduct. So the cell from the ovary, single, one of them will produce and it will be released into the oviduct, and by one of the ovary every month. That is, the eggs are produced every month. Uterus is a part where the development of the baby takes place. Now development of the baby is going to take place in the uterus. Like the sperm, and egg is also a single cell. So we come to know that the egg and the sperm, they both are single cell unit. They unite, they fuse, and then they form a zygote. Now what is fertilization? Fusion of sperm and ovum is called fertilization. When sperm comes in contact with an egg, one of the sperms may fuse with the egg. Such fusion of the eggs and the sperm is called fertilization. And now these here, they are having a different nucleus, but when they fuse they have one nucleus, and this results in the formation of fertilized egg or the zygote. That is the reason that the process of fertilization is the meeting of an egg cell from the mother and the sperm cell from the father, and the new individual inherits the quality of a mother as well as a father, because now the nucleus combines together. But this fertilization is taking place inside the body of a mother, or the female. The fertilization takes place inside female. So there are two types of fertilization, where the fertilization within the body of a female, this is called internal fertilization, and external fertilization when the eggs are laid and they are fused outside the body. So that is external fertilization. The fusion of the male and female gamete takes place outside the body of the female, and this is called external fertilization. Now at the same time, let's see the development of zygote formation and development of embryo. Fertilization results in formation of zygote, which begins to develop in the embryo. Now where is this embryo developing? It develops within the uterus, and the embryo continues to develop in the uterus. It gradually develops body parts such as hands, legs, heads, eyes, ears, etc. The stages of embryo in which all the body parts can be identified is called fetus. So here we can see the fetus. Now one more thing I would like to let you know is viviparous and oviparous animals. Now the animals which give birth to young ones are called viviparous, like dogs or human being, cats, etc. The animals those lay eggs are called oviparous animals, and they are usually the aquatic animals. So you can differentiate between the two animals by your observation, that which is viviparous and which is oviparous. And at this, one more thing you need to know, sometimes what happens, the new individual which are born or hatched from the eggs continue to grow till they become adults. So, and this is called metamorphosis. That is, the fertilized egg is ejected out of the body, and then it is hatched. Like in birds, they lay the eggs, and then the eggs are hatched to become an adult. Now this process from becoming adult from the egg is called metamorphosis. Here I am going to explain you the metamorphosis of frog. Here we can see eggs. Now these eggs develop into tadpoles, and these tadpoles develop into adult frogs. So you can see different stages of coming to an adulthood. This is called metamorphosis. With this, now next we come to asexual reproduction. As I said before, in asexual reproduction we don't need discrimination between a male and a female, and this is a primitive way, or was the first way of reproduction. Asexual reproduction can take place by many methods, of which today we are going to study budding, and we are going to study binary fission. The binary fission best explained is in amoeba. You all know amoeba is the unicellular organism, or it's a unicellular animal, and then the cytoplasm divides into two, the nucleus also extends, and ultimately we have the two. This is the reproduction. Similarly, in hydra, what happens? A bud appears. This bud starts developing. It develops, and then it cuts itself from the main or the mother branch, and then they start acting as two individuals. So this is asexual reproduction, the binary fission and budding. With this, I'm sure you might have understood the lesson, and there is a very nice story given in the end of Dolly, the clone which we developed. The Finn desert ship was crossed with Scottish black face Eve, and then we developed Dolly, a very effective sheep. With this, thank you so much. If you have any problems, kindly pin it down and put it in the comment box. I'm sure I'll be able to clear your doubts. Thank you. Take care. Bye. I'm going to talk about asexual reproduction. As the name suggests, asexual. Here the sex is not involved in the reproduction. That is the multiplication. What do we mean by reproduction? Simply the multiplication of the cells. And here the multiplication or reproduction is without involvement of the cell. So let's first see. The best examples are amoeba and hydra. So let's see amoeba. Here the asexual reproduction is called as binary fission. What actually happens is, this is a single cell, a unicellular amoeba, the cytoplasm, it extends and the nucleus also extends, and an indent appears in the cell membrane, and this keeps on increasing, finally dividing them into two amoebas, and so on the process goes on, and such is the reproduction. The second one is budding in hydra. This is hydra. A little bud appears. This keeps on enlarging, and it enlarges itself and separates it from the mother bud, and finally the both start acting as an individual. So this type of fission is called budding, or this type of reproduction, this type of reproduction is called budding reproduction, and the best example is hydra. Now I would like to let you know about clones also, and the cloning which was done in India on 5th of July 1996 by we successfully cloned a sheep called Dolly, and this Dolly, she was born on 5th July 1996 and was the first mammal to be cloned. When we are saying cloning, it is the production of an exact copy of the cell, any other living part, or a complete organisms. So with this, I would like to thank you all. Thank you. Bye. Take care.